Hey guys, so great to be back. So yesterday I talked to my friend Michael, and while we had that conversation, he said something, and then he said, "Carsten, write it down because that's really important." And it was that he said that we live in a world that is emotionally uninhabitable. So that's what I want to pick up today in the vlog. So in a way that struck me because I mentioned a few days ago that I never was really too crazy about being here in this world, on this planet, in this body, I guess. And that when my mother was pregnant with me, I think the fetus was already kind of suicidal or something. I wanted to come out way too early, I was like, get me out of here early enough that I don't have to go through this, I guess. And so she had to take a lot, or they gave her a lot of Valium actually to keep her calm, keep me calm. And as a joke, I always say, that's why I'm such a slow learner. It also, in a way, slowed down the aging process. No, it's a joke, it didn't. But it was always like, I was not really the fastest one, It took me always longer to learn something than it took for other people. But can this be true? Is it really an emotionally uninhabitable place here? And I would say yes, that's what I always felt. I think that's why I was never so crazy about being here. Because I felt, it's no fun here. And then the big question is, why is that? Why is it so emotionally uninhabitable? Did we just get used to it? Is this the reason? Did we just one day, slowly accumulate so much pain that we got used to it and we're like, okay, that's just what it is. As my math teacher said, and as I often mentioned, life is cold, dark, and cruel. And then is this the reality that we want to live in? And that also ties back to what I said yesterday, that if there's only an inner world, are we in any way surprised that the world is in the shape it is if the world is emotionally uninhabitable? So, are we surprised that the world's in the state it is if this is our emotional state of being? I mean, I'm not surprised. And yes, I would agree it's that word that I can't say, uninhabitable. Well, I guess after this vlog I have it down. So it is very cruel. It is not loving. It is not peaceful. In a way, I would say, to a large degree, on an emotional level, it's hell on earth. Because there's so much we go through that we don't see on the outside. And we are all shut down in a way. I was terribly shut down when I started to do some work on myself, and I had read a couple, probably hundreds of spiritual books before, and I had started to meditate and all that, but I was completely shut down. Because that's what we do. We get here, it's emotionally uninhabitable. Well, that's pretty good. And we get to a point where we just shut down, not to have to feel it anymore. And then we turn into dead men walking. And that's, I think, what my life used to be before I started on the spiritual path, that I was just completely emotionally shut down. So, in a way, that allows us to survive in a place that is that unloving, but it takes a big part away from our humanity, because yeah, then we're just robots. I mean, we don't have any feelings. We just, you know, function the way we have to function to make, ends meet, and that's it. I wouldn't want to live my life like that anymore. And in a way, I think it's a group decision. I mean, do we really want to continue that path? Do we want to create an environment that is that toxic? And yes, the inner world and the outer world, in a way, are one. And yes, our emotional state destroys the planet. Because what kind of planet do we expect if we are emotionally shut down, emotionally tormented? Obviously, that reflects on the inner that is also the outer. So that is what we have to change, from my perspective, because it is emotionally uninhabitable. We just are so used to it that we found a way to navigate it, but it's not good. It's not a good state to be in. I mean, it's important to see it with a sense of humor, because otherwise you just want to cry, because shut down people create hell on earth. How could it be in any other way? I mean, what do we expect? So all that talk about changing how we treat the environment, changing how we treat animals, the source is in making this place emotionally habitable. So can we create an environment where we are, or where we can be, humans? And not robots, not completely shut down, whatever things, that just function because that's what they have to do and that's what is expected from them. Because that would change everything. I mean, that would change the environment, that would change how we treat animals, that would change everything. It is because we have very little emotions. And it applies to all human life, be it in relationships, be it in work situations. It always has to be, in a way, tough. We're so used to it that we don't expect anything else than that. Life is tough. You have to be tough. And then you have to fight. And then eventually, maybe you make it. I mean, thousands don't, but I did. Yes. So, does this have to be that way? I mean, that should be the slogan of this vlog. Does it have to be that way? I mean, a lot of things we're just used to, but the big question is, does it have to be that way? And then our initial response would be, of course, because that's how the world is. But the world is only what we made out of this world. I mean, it's a piece of clay. I mean, you can make it emotional, you can make it unemotional. You can make it good for people, you can make it bad for people. I mean, that's our decision. Nobody else makes that. So maybe it's time to rethink that and question ourselves, does it have to be that way? Does it have to be brutal? Does it have to be tough? Does it have to be cruel? I mean, is that what we want? And if we don't want that, then we have to take care of our inner, because that is the solution. That will solve everything and anything. Fixing here something, fixing there something to look maybe a little bit better, that will not change much, because how can emotionally shut down people create a happy world. Impossible. Will never work. There's no way. So it's up to us. And more than that, it's up to you. What do you want to do? Let me know in the comments if you like what you heard here and if you want that more people get the chance to listen to this vlog. Please like and subscribe, because I said Google the other day, but probably Google too. But YouTube obviously pushes the videos that have more likes and subscribes. So subscribers. Anyway, so please do so. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And let's change this world. Why not? Every single one of us has the power to do so. Thank you. Bye for now.